An important way to preserve our local history is through oral histories. An oral history is one method to collect, preserve, and study historical information through interviews with people who have personal knowledge of past events. In 2022, Dunn Museum staff had the opportunity to do a video oral history with John Bonner at Bonner Heritage Farm in Lindenhurst. Join us in this series for a virtual tour of this unique site with John as he takes you through the history of his family and the buildings still standing today. You can also visit the Dunn Museum and Bonner Heritage Farm to learn more.
Hi, my name is John Bonner. I'm the fifth generation to grow up on what I know as Buena Vista Farm. You may know it as Bonner Heritage Farm. I grew up in the house that William Bonner built. It is under the oak tree directly in front of me on the upstairs room on the left. The first generation was of course a carpenter, William, who bought the land that the government was selling for $1.25 an acre, which they had gotten possession of after the War of 1812, and they called it the Northwest Territories, which was Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana. And it was for sale and looking to get homesteaders to grow and move in. His second son, John Bonner, who was born in 1847, started farming that land and became very well known for quality breeding stock, for being a very good farmer. It was listed in the Lake County Directory of Prosperous Farmers. His first son was killed at Chickamauga in the Civil War in the 96th Illinois. He had another son, James, and a daughter, Margaret, who married Reverend Dodge, his son, from the Melbourne Church. I arrived here in 1946, which is about 100 years after he started really putting many buildings down. So I was about 1 century after the start of this farm that I arrived here, and I'd been the fifth generation that grew up here working and living. I worked here until I was about 38 years old, but the last 15 was on holidays and weekends because I had a job with a company called International Minerals and Chemicals, which was in Libertyville, Illinois, where the museum is today. So a small world. Hope you enjoy the Bonner Farm as we take you on a tour through it.
Please look for additional videos in this series as we continue on our tour of Bonner Heritage Farm.